me now. I'm joined on the set by investigative journalist and author Rumiana Ugarczynska. Thank you so much for coming in. Now, one of the key questions here going into this conference at this point is, will one of those leaders of these two competing governments, Commander Khalifa Haftar, actually be at this conference? And you were telling me he will be in Sicily, but he will not be at the conference.
Yes, he will finally attend Palermo, but he will not take part in the conference. And it was discussed 1 week ago when he visited the Prime Minister of Italy, and he was quite clear why he doesn't want. He said he doesn't want to discuss and to be at the same table as representative of groups or personalities linked to Al Qaeda, and he's especially talking about Khaled Mishri, who is the president of the High State Council settled in Tripoli.
So do you think that they can move forward in any way on the political crisis if he is not there at the table?
It would be very difficult because they need each other to find a solution, and they are trying to. Actually, there is some discussions and talks between the House of Representatives settled in Tobruk and the Western High State Council. They decided to go forward for a new presidential council. They now are discussing who will be inside the presidential council of 3 members, not the actual one. This presidential council should choose a new prime minister. So the Libyans are discussing about, they are trying to find a solution. It's not going so fast. And also the representative of the United Nations, Mr. Hassan Salameh, presented 2 days ago a roadmap also to try to solve the discord between East, West, and also the South. Nobody is talking about the South, but there is huge problems here because of migration, because of smugglers, because of terrorist groups. So he proposed a national conference for reconciliation to be organized at the beginning of next year, and to try to go forward for the elections in spring, which are really necessary to go out of this political crisis.
And these elections, which of course were on the agenda already for December, that was impossible. So they've been pushed forward, as you say, till spring. But what's the goal, the end goal? Will it become one government finally for Libya after these two competing governments for 4 years now?
So there is no competing governments, I would say. There is different institutions, some recognized, some not recognized. For sure, there is a parliament recognized by international community, and also this government of national accord recognized by international community, but not recognized by the parliament, which is the only one body to be elected in Libya. So that's why it's important to find a solution, and maybe the elections are the best solution, but they have to be sure there will be fair election and the country is safe enough to organize these elections, and to be sure the result will be recognized by all of the actors in this political crisis.
And I think you really hit the nail on the head, the issue of safe and being secure in Libya. The country really has descended into chaos for the past 7 years since Gaddafi was deposed. What will it take to ensure security for Libya in order to make sure that these elections are free and fair if and when they happen?
First of all, there is the crucial question about the militias. They are the real rulers in Tripoli. Even they are the rulers of the institution linked to this government of national accord of Fayez Sarraj, and even Hassan Salameh told that in front of the Security Council of the United Nations. So it's very important to first to solve the problem with this militia, and to be sure that the country will have a real institution for security, a unified army, and also a state police. this is really the main important problem they will have to solve, because now even the government of national accord, which is recognized by the international community, cannot rule even in Tripoli because of this militia. So it's of main importance for the safety and the security of this country.
Rumiana, thank you so much for coming in to speak to us. So that's investigative journalist Rumiana Ugarczynska. Thanks so much. Next now to the Democratic Republic.